Alright guys, I know I look like a chocolate sugar cookie right now, but that's because I just finished filming my base video where I show you how I got to this point. Essentially, I added a little bit more of my setting powder under my eyes to bake a little bit more because I realized I wanted to do a real extra ass look today since this is for Halloween. So today we're gonna do a spider look. This is a real basic sketch of the type of look I want to do today. And I was initially thinking orange and black, and then I was like, oh, I'm thinking about doing a purple, but I did a purple last year, and I'm thinking purple and green is gonna be the color palette today. And I am not brand loyal to any palette, any company in particular. You ask me what palette I'm using for any particular look, and I'm gonna say all of them. So I'm gonna use a little bit of all my greens and all my purples today, and I'm thinking about doing a glitter cut crease. And I don't know if I want to use this Glamierre palette, glitter eyeshadows. It's like a gel eyeshadow thing. They're pretty good. And this is how they look. It's supposed to be a duochrome, but to be honest, the duochrome is not duochroming in this palette, but it's still a good glittery look. This purple is like green in this light, and then purple in the other one. So this one is like an actual duochrome. So it's green and then it's purple, depending on how you look at it. I think I might use a combination of both, and then we're going to use Sugar Pill green. I couldn't tell you what shade this green is, but it's the lime green that's in the Sugar Pill pressed eyeshadows. And I might be using Ego again to do the cut crease. And then this brand is called Concrete Minerals, and it's called Flash Pro eyeshadow. And it's like this magenta color. And I'm thinking I want my green to be really vibrant since it's supposed to be for Halloween. And I'm already using like some glow in the dark products. So we got Makeup of Murder Poison on UV neon pigment. So like this is gonna like glow in the dark, and it's like super duper green. They also have a purple, but I'm just gonna use regular purple. The neon purple, I don't feel like it's necessary for me to use for this look in particular because I already have a lot of purples. And then we have our ColourPop purple pan. So we have that. We got the Take Me Back to Brazil palette by BH Cosmetics. They have some nice purples and some nice greens in here. So we got these purple shades here, and then these greens and yellows here. So we're gonna do a little bit of everything. And I'm thinking for like the highlight of my inner corners, I might use this Concrete Minerals. And I also want to do some I think I want to do some eyeshadow underneath my eye and on my cheeks and stuff, and have it blend into my blush. So we're going to do like a vibrant look in that way. Before I get started on my makeup, I'm going to use this e.l.f. eyeshadow. It's not eyeshadow. This is a lip stain. It's a red lip stain. So I'm going to start off with this. Alrighty, so we have a nice little base. Alright, and this is how it looks. It's red, but it's not super red. This is the only e.l.f. is the only brand I saw in Target that had lip stain. Everybody else had lipsticks, fat lip oil, lip gloss, tinted moisturizer, and all this other stuff. And I wanted a lip stain, and e.l.f. is the only product that I saw in the drugstore that had a lip stain. I would definitely wish that this was a little bit darker, maybe a little bit deeper, but it's gonna work for what we're trying to do today. So yeah, because I'm not going anywhere today, I'm just gonna stay home and do this look for you guys. I'm gonna use this e.l.f. concealer for my eyeshadow and this flat makeup brush. Like pretty much any type of flat makeup brush can be used to apply your eyeshadow. I don't recommend using a fluffy brush to use your eyeshadow. Like any type of flat brush. It doesn't have to be rounded like this. You can actually go to like the art supply store and find makeup brushes like this. Not makeup brushes, but like artsy brushes that are flat like this. It doesn't have to be rounded like this one, but any type of flat makeup brush can be used to apply your primer. And this has a doe foot. That's what it's called. It's like the foot that you would see for like lipstick or lip gloss. So there we go. And I'm gonna just blend this out. Alrighty, so this is what my eyeshadow looks like. Not my eyeshadow, but my primer. This is what my primer looks like. Alrighty, so we're gonna start off with this neon eyeshadow from Makeup of Murder. It is a very highly pigmented lime green, and I'm just gonna use it at like the inner edges here. Like you gotta be careful because it's loose. Like I can't. It's like a piece of fur here. I don't even know how to get there. But like, yeah, it's like a really fine, loose, kind of a creamy powder-ish. Use this type of brush and like dab it, and then when you have like loose things, you kind of have to shake off the dust a little bit. And then I'm just gonna tap it around here. Alright, so this is what it looks like after I started the initial stage. So I'm gonna have the green fade into a purple, but I'm gonna like use pink as a transition shade. So this is called Mika Bella Cosmetics. It's like a really high pink. I'm gonna shake it and then tap. So this is what we're working with so far. And I'm going to use this Concrete Minerals magenta and blend this pink with this shade. It's also a loose pigment, so I don't want to show what it looks like. And I'm going to shake off the excess dust and blend that in there. So we're going to use this ColourPop 5-pan, this shade right here. And I'm going to use the same brush just so that it blends a little bit smoother. And this isn't a loose pigment, so I didn't have to like shake it off. So there we go. And then like it blends smoothly with the magenta because it was a nice transition. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I'm using this Sugar Pill palette, press shadow called Ego. Using that same brush, I'm just doing some little circles, and then I'm just following this area and blending it so it looks nice and dark. I'm gonna do the same thing to this eye. So now that I have my base set up as far as my eyeshadow goes, I'm gonna use this e.l.f. concealer again with the same flat brush that I used before, and I'm just gonna like dab it, and I'm gonna cut my crease. I guarantee that they're gonna match, but that's okay because I'm gonna be covering it with glitter after I lay like a solid eyeshadow base. Alright, so we're going to be using this ColourPop palette again. But this time we're going to be using this shade. It's like a lavender. Oh no, my shimmer shade just fell out the pan. Okay, well, we're going to continue. And I'm just going to fill this up. If it doesn't show, because it's like so freaking pale. Glamierre Beauty's glitter glue, and then we're gonna be using Ink Dolls Cosmetics dual chrome that I showed you. It's like green and purple. I'm gonna try and show you guys what it looks like. Like that way is green, and then here you can see the purple. So it is an actual dual chrome. When you open these type of loose shadows, you gotta make sure you turn off your fan and your heat, because as soon as you open it, it just kind of flutters around in the air, and you don't want it to get everywhere. And you don't want it to like blow away, because this will blow. Hi, my phone overheated and did not record the footage of me putting on this glitter, but I used purple for this half and green for this half, and that is how it looks. For my inner corner, I'm going to be using this Concrete Minerals loose powder in shade Mercury for my inner corners. I'm using a nail art detail brush, but literally any brush you want to use for this is totally fine with me. And that is what I'm using for my inner corner. I'm going to do that on the same here. So, get to see how that looks all nice and shiny. Alrighty, so it's time for me to do my line work. And I have these two line arts from Ink Doll Cosmetics. One is a neon, and the other one is a black UV. Like they're both glow in the dark shades. And I'm gonna be using this spray bottle from Dollar Tree to wet the caps and then dip my brush into it. And as for my brushes, for the large part of the spider web, like the outer workings, I'm gonna be using this brush. This is another nail art brush. And then for like the inner workings, I'm gonna be using this. And we're gonna see how that works out. It's very fine, and it's a little bit thinner than the other one to do my line work. And I think I might speed that up just so that it's not so, like, I don't know, tedious for you guys to watch. Area, and I'm going to use the Aurora Lights palette, and because I'm using green and purple, I'm going to use a combination of this shade right here, and thinking maybe this shade down here to go at my brows. I'll be using like this type of fluffy brush. Yeah, I don't know what these brushes are called, so just kind of go at this area. And then do the green. I don't want it to be super duper obvious, but yeah. This is gonna be a time lapse. Alright, so I'm pretty much done. I'm just gonna add some freckles and then do my lipstick. I'm gonna use purple first and then green, and I'm using the same word activated liner. I'm using this NYX Liquid XXL Professional. It's only like $10 in Target. Alright, so there is the final Halloweeny look. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. And I'll be posting more Halloween videos this month. Goodbye. Thanks so much for watching.